She keeps some Moe and Chandon in a pretty cabinet. Oh, how you doing? It's me, it's your boy, Scepterpan, and you're back for another one of these videos. Today we are doing the western half of St. Laurentius. Last week, thank you. That's the beat drop right there. Last week, which, you remember last week, it was the insanely long episode. Last week we did the eastern half. I don't know why my ad just changed into an E. I don't know. Let's not focus on that. Yeah, exactly. Don't get sidetracked in the beginning, because then it's just gonna lead to nothing. It's gonna lead to nothing, kid. Wow. That is actually already causing me to be sidetracked. I'm doing really well. Just for your information, I'm feeling a little under the weather, both in, well, maybe mental state, if I'm too honest, physical state as well. I haven't slept in quite a while. It's over. Well, I don't want to say, but it's not too good. I really should get help. Honesty, truth and jest. But yeah, today we're gonna be focusing on the western half of St. Laurentius, whereas in the east we had the old town. This time I wanted to do more contemporary building styles. My original thought for this area was going to be New York, but then the imagined community, how pretentious, image of New York, you know what I mean, the Big Apple, big bands, Frank Sinatra, jazz, that sort of stuff, the Art Deco things like the Empire State Building and all those buildings that we get from the 1930s, 40s, 50s, a little bit of the 60s there. I almost want to say 70s, but let's not pile everything on top of each other here. Yeah, so I wanted to do a lot of the Art Deco things, which didn't really fit well with some of the other assets that I got for this week. It's really hard to find unique buildings. Plus the Empire State Building, which I didn't even want to use, but let's say I did. It's huge. The file, I don't know who made it, but that person, he has a NASA space computer or something. I don't. So I couldn't do that. Also, I had to run with more towers or buildings, if you will. Getting used to saying towers, Empire State Building. Why is it not an Empire State Tower? Just think of the name Empire State Building and how fucking generic that sounds, really. Man, hating already. There we go. New Yorkians are already pissed off. By the way, go out and vote, it's coming up, 19th. I'm watching out for you guys. Please participate in democracy. It's important. But yeah, I wanted to do the Art Deco thing. Wasn't gonna jive with the buildings that I picked. Really hard pickings on the workshop for Art Deco buildings. So that was not going to happen. There was also another little bit of an issue because of the city growing in size and me trying to find assets for Raffia Strip, which is coming up in a very soon, actually. Which, in case you don't remember from my first video, I did, because man, I've been drawing this shit up for almost a year now, actually. Almost, not completely. I mean, last year I was still listening to Beatles records for the first time. So Raffia Strip is the casino strip, where we're gonna have all the casinos. A lot of YouTubers do that type of stuff, but I think I'm already starting to work on it. I'm thinking that it looks great. The strip, it looks like something straight out of Disneyland, like a main street from Disneyland. I'm not gonna blow my own horn. I don't want to get you too excited already, because it's gonna be a little bit till we get there, because I just went crazy. I'm off of school. It really sucks that I don't feel too well. So I don't really quite get to enjoy my time as fully as I would want. But pity party. You don't have to sit there and listen to me. You're not my therapist. Maybe I should get one. Man, I always like to share with you things that I probably shouldn't say. I love to shoot myself in the foot, Self-sabotage is my favorite hobby. Let's, again, not get off track here. Right. I'm always doing the nervous laughter, too. Bothers the fuck out of me when I'm editing. I hope you don't mind. So yeah, Art Deco things. The problem is, I don't have a NASA space computer. I wanted to do a new building theme to include the Art Deco styles because there are some really good sets for Brooklyn as well as Manhattan style buildings. Problem is, the buildings all look great. That's not the problem though. The problem is I don't have a NASA space computer. I can't really load any more assets, which is what I was going to say because of Raffia Strip. I had these really big buildings, and I'm trying to get my loadout just as perfect as I can so I can still create videos that are, at least up to speed with quality when it comes down to the cinematic shots. Usually I just turn down the graphics for when I'm building so I get, more streamlined and I don't feel like my computer is overheating all the fucking time. This game just eats RAM, I upgrade it every time and it just keeps eating RAM. Don't know why, it just takes everything it can get. I wanted to make a sexual joke there, but I'm not gonna stigmatize having a sexual appetite is completely healthy, and I respect that, and love yourself. Great ending on that. Too bad that I wasn't gonna stop talking though, because yes, we're back here with our main boy, Kevin McLeod. Kevin McLeod, how you doing, little lad? Love ya. Appreciate everything that you do. And all your great songs. Yeah, man. Been missing you a little bit, Kevin. So I decided to put you back in here, as well as our great friend Kevin here has some pretty alright jazzy tracks, even though they make me feel like I'm playing The Sims Herbs again. I'm getting shivers and nightmares. Whew. I was trying to find all sorts of songs for these episodes as well. It was kind of hard. Most of these things are just not as originally designed. I'm finding out with this episode. Again, that nervous laughter is driving me crazy. Stop. Gasp. So yeah, that wasn't really gonna fly. I decided to use the Baroque school again. Baroque. Used to say Baroque, but that's completely wrong. Baroque. The Baroque elementary school. I think it fits really well, as well as it's a little bit of an enclave. Is that what it's called? An enclave off of the Clocktown area, leading into the industrial area. That's another big thing. I wanted to mention that last episode when I forgot what I was going to talk about because my mind wanders like a crazy man. Like a crazy man, huh? Not just a... yeah, okay. Good. Yeah, that's incriminating. I'm not going to talk too much longer about that. What was I going to say? I forget. It's all these... I do this on purpose. In my mind it works this way where I have to... In my mind I force myself to go off a diatribe so I can actually mess myself up. And I'm thinking, I'm stronger than that. I'm not going to do it. I'm trying to play with myself here. Go ahead, use that soundbite. And it's going to be really funny, dude. But, now I actually forgot. Fantastic. I could talk about many things, though. Here, the tunnel system, with the addition of the terrain thing, it's just really hard to lay tunnels now, especially on these slopes. Because with the terrain being able to change, tunnels can now stick through the ground, which they didn't really do previously. So now they always just pop up above ground whenever they start to, sort of touch the surface level of the ground. So yeah, that's annoying as hell. But it kind of teaches me to stop using tunnels as much as I've been having. So yeah. Oh, what I wanted to talk about. God, Jesus. Now I remember. Influx of people coming in. The influx of businesses growing. The influx of basically everything that ever happens in this game. It's really hard, ever since I put down the Grand Laurentine routes, just every 5 years everyone dies, and it causes my entire game to break down, which is also a reason why I have to play for so long every single time. So that's why I am a little bit ahead with my shooting of videos here. I hope you don't mind. I don't really want to hold things back too much, but Love you, and I appreciate you. But sometimes a boy's got to do what a boy's got to do. Now, I'm going to let you listen to my boy here, Zero V, with some of that smooth, almost chiptune soundy jazz. Listen to that fretless upright bass. Don't you love it? Upright basses are always fretless, usually. Yeah, but whatever. One last thing that I'm going to say, yeah, this is the main street right there. You saw that, the big cluster of a road there, Main Street. We're going to build a tower there. It's going to be a turning tower, more contemporary style, 1990s type of stuff, maybe 2000s, Dubai type of shit. So, yeah, that's coming up. So don't forget about that. Be back in a minute, my little baby. I love you. I love you for who you are, what you represent, what you stand for, what you care about. Care about the things that you feel and how you sometimes can shift between your I'm not gonna do this, promise me you're not gonna do this. I'm not doing it. I'll be back. Yeah, I'm back. So here we go, laying down the districts here. That's the offshoot off of the highway. It works really well, but the other sections don't really quite work as well. I've worked a little bit ahead, as I told you in the other part of me talking for too long. And then basically, yeah, I've already gone ahead and done a whole bunch of building beyond this episode. Don't think like I'm already months ahead or anything, because I'm not, but just a week or two, because efficiency and friends and life appointments, and gotta stop being so depressive. Jesus Christ. It's not contagious, I promise. I hope it's not. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the public transit lines. Wasn't even talking about that, but putting those down, trying to get the traffic to disperse. It's always good to see where people are heading, before you do anything too much with that. So I'm really looking out for that as well. And another thing that just kept bugging me this entire episode is just the need for industry. So you see me expanding the industrial areas here, and I'm gonna make this an oil field. It's gonna be part of Saintsville, which is sort of a more impoverished area of the city. Is that a politically correct term, guys? Is that okay? So yeah, Saintsville. Thought that was pretty cool. Doing some lovely things. With that, here you see me start laying the foundation for San Lorenzo Beach. San Lorenzo is of course a great area. Very nice, very sunny. Get to sit on the beach, with all those goddamn ships going by, leaking in kerosene or whatever the fuck ships run off of into the water. It's gonna be beautiful. After a while, it's just gonna look like that weird rainbow effect. You know what I mean? You know, like you get on a little puddle of oil. Imagine that's what San Lorenzo beach looks like some days. Maybe on Sundays. Probably not on Sundays. But yeah, it's pretty cool. Actually, on that topic, you know, that in LA water's pretty fucking shitty, but let's if you're gonna look at like pollution and shit, there's actually pollution so strong from China that it reaches all the way into fucking California. It's fucking measurable. That's crazy. Man, China's really gotta watch it. Oh shit, now I pissed off China. Now I'm banned from the country. Oops. There we go. Should decide to fucking run for political office, right? I already knew I was gonna do it. Look what I got myself into. Now everybody hates me. It's a joke, okay? It's a joke. Calm down. I love you. I love China. See, now I made it all better. Now I can say a whole bunch of racist shit. Nobody's gonna question anything I say. That's the way that it is. But yeah, I maybe already went a little bit too far ahead with the building of San Lorenzo here. San Lorenzo, of course, being a really cheap translation of Saint Laurentius. I don't know, that interested me though, like the way that names are so transformative, especially like very common names like John. I see those back in basically every single culture that has an Abrahamic faith. You know, we're going from John to Jean to Johann and all the variations off of that. It's just so many. Jesus Christ. João, which is Portuguese. Probably butchered that one. It's the one I'm not good at. I'm gonna let you sit back and listen to this song. Calm down. I'll be back. Don't worry about it. I love you. Don't forget about that. Babe. Ugh. I really can't stop myself.
Growing up ain't been great as I thought it would be. I no longer see things that I used to see. Pushing stars, shining torches at cars, chasing a bee, starting fires in trees. Day breaks at a pace that makes the face ache, and just for his faith's sake he tries to stay calm. He looks down at young man's hands and his arms and remembers a time they seemed so much smaller. Outside is grey, and as the rain beats a rhythm on the window pane, inside feels just the same. He remembers the game he used to play at home on his own, racing the raindrops to the edge of the glass. Back then he only had to ask any questions. There was always someone inside who seemed to have the answers. In that house that smelt of fresh pumpkin, fried dumpling beans and Saturday cartoons. Old tunes, Lee Perry and James Brown. Soul to Soul came round, he was rocking a fade. Super Mario got played and played, like the hand-me-down jungle tapes his brother gave him from raves. Everything was simple and nice. Granddad's advice, Nana cooking peas and rice for 10 children. Cousins did the running man, and whether it was sunny out and hot or not, he got up racing the sun. Looking down the barrel of a spud gun, or packing a snowball so tight he could make the side of a bus shake. Mum saying he must take care riding a bike. Slush puppies drank as fast as he liked, ice cream headaches. Not making the bed, and faking not being awake for the sake of that sneaky feeling of beating one of the grown-ups. Stuff getting blown up in his dreams. The fifth member of an elite team of soldiers of fortune, best friends with Murdoch. Swigging on a dandelion and burdock, throwing broken stones in the back garden, trying to get one in the hole of the old bird box. His socks were odd, and that one cupboard always locked, and whether it did hold stolen treasure or not, it never really mattered.
Really strange track. I found that one last minute when I found out that one of the songs that I had picked, which was really fitting, didn't actually have the right license. Oh boy, I always love it when that happens. At least I found out before I actually rendered the video. Oh, I can remember when that happened with Chapter Hill. Pissed me off. You probably don't give a shit about that, do you? You're just here to see me put down some roads. You're not here for my personality or anything. Because God knows that's abrasive. Man, stop being so goddamn negative. Alright, nervous laughter. Good. what I was saying with the highway system, I had a thought there, but I trailed off. I'm doing that continuously. I'm very sorry about that. I'm really trying to keep my mind focused. Here, I'm doing it again. It's always these explanations that I give to everything, to rather obvious things. I'm going to try and refrain. It's not going to happen. It's part of who I am at this point. That's like the main problem with those issues, right? At what point is something just part of who you are as a person? You know, it's like believing that melancholy is actually part of your humors, right? Like the Aristotelian belief that, you know, black bile, maybe I'm just somebody who has a lot of black bile. Again, you're not my therapist. Why I'm telling you all this? It's just not right. It's not good. You're gonna hold this against me if you have nefarious purposes. Well, you know, it's just the way that it is. It's human, and you know, I'm bigger than that. You know, it's okay. What I was saying, Jesus Christ, that's already a 2-minute diatribe. You fucking haven't said anything. Good. Wow, that was vicious. Yeah, the highway system, Navigator, it's clogged. Navigator gets so busy. It's amazing, as well as the area at Merchant Hill, man. It's just, I don't know, it's just devastating. I don't know why. But it's really messing with me, man. It's breaking my heart every single time. It's really doing a number on me. But, you know, at least the one here in St. Laurentius, that the western half of St. Laurentius, West St. Laurentius, the tournament ground, which I was going to call the jousting grounds, but it sounds weird. Jousting grounds. Listen to that. Jousting grounds. Doesn't sound right? It sounds like a really shitty story you don't want to go into. Changed it into tournament grounds. Sounds a lot cooler, I think. Man, Kevin... Lay down, man. Lay down. Oh, that's it. I feel like this is like some off-brand Mario music. That's amazing. But yeah, at least the highway system in St. Laurentius works relatively alright. It's just Navigator gets so clogged. It's good to see that the traffic at least is getting more dispersed as we were getting on. So my promise rings true that traffic issues we're gonna at least substantially diminish its coagulation and clogging in future episodes, which by now has happened somewhat, but we're not there yet. By the time that we get to Scepterpan City, I'm sure that it will get monstrous again, but by that point we're gonna have a loop around the mountain, you know, so there might be a whole lot of people coming in through Avicenna Avenues, which I'm really looking forward to do that one. That's probably going to be the closer episode too, which really sucks because that's like the area that's most unique. But, you know, by that point I've got a lot of practice, and it's just going to mean that I'll be able to do a better job on that. So you always got to be positive like that. So slimy and smarmy. It makes me want to fucking puke. I'm so positive. Ah, boy. I do it all for you, man, so that you may enjoy this life that you've been given, and take every minute that you get to be living, because, you know, it's not always a given. So yeah, that's already been the episode. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. It's actually a lot more believable than last week's episode, which went on for crazy times. I already said that a million times, but, you know, I'm a little embarrassed about it. Hope you enjoyed it. This was St. Laurentius. Here are the cinematic shots, and I hope to see you after the cinematic shots when we have a minute of talking, boy.
My mama cooks in Italy, mama swims in Argentina, mama's got a chunga, yeah. My mama's works in Venezuela, mama likes Cinderella, mama's got a chunga, yeah. I say hola, hola, hola bossa nova. I say yeah, 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 yeah. I got a chunga, yeah. Don Quixote tried it, bro. Tell Peyote that he's got a chunga, yeah. I say no, 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 no. No more tequila, no. I say yeah, 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 yeah. I got a chunga, yeah. Mama swims in Argentina, mama's got a chunga, yeah. My mama swims in Venezuela, mama likes Cinderella, mama's got a chunga, yeah. I say hola, hola, hola bossa nova. I say yeah, 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 yeah. I got a chunga, yeah. Ba, 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 ba.
I couldn't resist having my good old boys, the Juanitos, back on all the way from the second episode. Man, it seems like so long ago. Second episode, remember? That was back in October. Back when, actually not a lot has changed at all. A lot of good movies have come out since then, though. You know, it's a pretty good year for cinema already, 2016. Telling you. Oh, wow. Woo! Keep it down low. We just got to make it till the end of the video, man. That's it, man. We just got to make it a couple minutes more, man. Not even a minute. Got to do it. In it to win it. Leave it to Beaver. Gonna chop my head off with a cleaver. Yo. Okay. Focus. Last couple of seconds. I want to thank you sincerely for watching my video. I mean that. This is not no practice lines. I don't do that shit. I love you, man, and I really appreciate you watching. So, thanks. Just thanks all around. Seriously, though, I hope you, got a little inspired by something that I did, if I can be so grand, and honestly, if you have some pointers for me, something that I can improve on, something you want to see me doing, and want me to implement, all you gotta do is leave me a little comment, and I will read it, because I can at this point, and maybe forevermore, and I love you. I forgive everything that you have ever done that you regret in your life. And it's time to move on, man. I know that it's hard, but there's no reason to really stay and trot in the same old paths that you have been trotting for so long. Come here, man. Come. It's all right. It's okay. Look, I know that can be pretty rough out there sometimes, but it's not worth it to give it all up, you know what I mean? It's not worth it. There's so much more that you can do, and you know that there are good days. Try to focus on that, and try, you know the things that bother you about yourself. You can improve on that. I mean that. I face those issues too every single day. We all do. you just don't, people aren't completely honest about that type of stuff, and maybe that's the point, that they're not supposed to be. But don't try to hold that against people, Don't be so negative, okay? And I'm not taking that, I'm not putting that against you. It's okay to have a negative mindset at points in your life. Everyone does. It's normal. That's acceptable. But it should not interfere with how you feel, how your life is going and how you feel as a person. You're just going to drag yourself down. Actually, remember the line from Fight Club? If you feel like shit, they win. Exactly. There's good people out there. All you have to do, my friend, I'm trying to, maybe we can talk some more if you want, just hit me up, send me a private message. We can talk if you want. There's people out there actually care about your feelings and want to talk to you about these things. So I don't know what that was all about. I am an actor firsthand, but there we go. Another fucking thing that's terrible for a political career. Honestly, I really appreciate you watching the video, and if you actually watched up to this point, you might be as fucking insane as I am. See you around, man. Love you. Appreciate it.